Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage in combat.
Come in, my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced, then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
he gone mad? What did he do? God save him. He's gone mad.
It takes time to draw another weapon that will ensure your first attack is also your last.
Jar carriers can easily break your cover if you cause them to drop what they're carrying.
Safety and peace, Altair.
Upon you as well, brother.
Seems fate has a funny way with things.
So it's true then. Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. If he's here, it's because he intends ill. I won't give him the chance to act.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where, these things remain out of reach.
Crusaders and Saracens working together?
They are none of these things, but something else. Templars.
The Templars are a part of the Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe. No, their only allegiance is to Robert de Sable and some mad idea that they will stop the war.
You spin a strange tale.
You have no idea, Malik. But tell me where they've been seen. I should be after him before he slips away.
3 places I can say for certain. West of here, near both a guard tower and a hospital. And to the southwest, at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. See what you can learn. I will do the same.
I'll be quick as I can.
Stay safe, my friend.
What is that man thinking? Go away.
What's going on? What are you doing?
He's going to hit someone.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
This to me.
Go away! Watch yourself, Oghra Ban Wazir.
He looks like he's going to run into someone.
Seni gözün kapalı bile yener. edersin ama hali hazırda kaybedersin. Düşman fayda etmez. Peki farkında.
كفر! أنت تتبع طريق الضلال عاجل ملعون! سوف آتي إليك! أريد أن أموت!
Beni yenemeyeceksin.
إذا أردت الأمر على ذلك الله فسوف أنهي
Beni yenemeyeceksin.
You will not get away from me! You can't escape! You'll never get away from... أنت تتبع طريق الضلال
Good to see you, brother. I trust you're here for the funeral. Or for Robert, rather. I've kept my eyes and ears open, but I've nothing to report. Things are quiet here. Perhaps Tariq has seen or heard something you can use. He's stationed not far from here. Go to him. See what knowledge he has.
I beg of you. I beg of you, just...
Leave now. It's forbidden for you to be here. Forbidden! I'll take you down! You can hide from me. Don't let him get away!
İttir kaçıyor ya. Durdurun. Seni gözüm kapalı. Gel buraya. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim.
shouldn't be here. Be gone. Give up! You've nowhere to run! You hide like a rat! I see him! He's over there! Stop running! You cannot escape! That's him! There! Get him!
Beni gözün kapalı Beni yenemeyecek. Beni gözün kapalı
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere!
We once called friends. We have all suffered. Who saw what happened?
What's wrong with it?
What a
Food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
I was very lucky, young man.
Has he lost his mind?
كمان خطاياك
What a fool!
Oh my. What's wrong?
never acted upon. But today is different.
Leave this place.
Day or night, walk the streets of Jerusalem. There is no evil. Damn fool,
ماذا حدث هنا؟
كفر! أنت تتبع طريق الضلال! I'll have your head!
God save us, please! You will not!
Excellent timing, Altair. I found something you'll find quite useful.
Come! Yes, and die!
وجدته! إنه هنا! جملة مني! هنا! تعالوا بسرعة! لا تدعوه يا جملة مني!
Please, I
Stop this, please! You're hurting me! You shouldn't be here. Be gone. Don't hurt me, please!
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. No, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please.
Leave, peasant, before I make you. I've done nothing wrong!
I beg of you! I beg of you, just a few coins, please! Leave our city!
Don't hurt me, please! İstediğimizi yaparız, tamam mı? Stop this, please! You're hurting me!
أنتم تتبعون إلها زائدا.
Help! I need help! Please, anyone!
Away with you!
Leave, peasant, before I make you. Leave this place. You shouldn't be here. Be gone. I've done nothing wrong! Why are you doing this? Help! I need help! Please, anyone! Don't hurt me, please! Stop this, please! You're hurting me! Don't hurt me, please!
Take the map I've given you and see that the guards are placed accordingly. We'll be safe enough during the procession. It's the burial that worries me. Easy for our enemies to hide amongst the crowd.
If you're so concerned, why not post your own men? Search the site yourselves.
Our presence here has caused enough chaos. I can only imagine how the people would react, seeing Crusader soldiers marching across their holy ground.
Then perhaps you should not attend at all.
He was our friend and brother, and we will honor him as he passes from this world. You insult me by suggesting otherwise.
I'll post the men. I don't want trouble either.
Then stop trying to make it, and do as you've been asked.
now and I'll let you live.
He's going to hurt himself. Please. When he does, I won't help him. Stop this, please. You're hurting me. Stop this, please. You're hurting me.
لا يوجد مهرب أيها الرجل العنجود. زنديق ملعون.
¿Qué me pone? Me
عن الجري. اللعنة. أين المسؤول عن هذا؟
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Leave now.
What أيها اللص؟
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
لص أنت حثالة لص حقير.
Has he lost his mind?
Safety and peace, Master. Have you seen all the vile Templars in town? I have been ordered to kill as many as I can before the burial of your latest victim, Majd Udin. I am sure if it were your mission, it would be done in no time. I have learned much while looking for those Templars. I will share valuable information with you when you get back.
You should stop that. Do you think he's been chased by someone?
Please, sir, have any money?
Did you see that?
He's going to hurt himself. When he does, I won't help him.
Now why is he doing that?
Pay for your sins! Away with you!
I have nothing. What have I done?
ارحل انتهى الامر.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. Let go of me. I've done nothing wrong. There he is.
Has he lost his mind?
لص أنت حثالة.
Why are you doing this? What have I done?
لص حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك. ماذا؟ Oh no! God, the one who's done this.
Where are you?
You are not allowed to be here. Did you see that?
This will not turn out well.
There! After him! There he goes! Stop him! Stay on him! تعالوا بسرعة! انه ينتهي! إنه ينهك نفسه!
Please, someone do something. I don't understand.
لص حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك لص حقير
ردوها علي.
جزاء ذلك
كافر.
وجدته إنه هنا لن يفلح
You saw what happened.
Yeah. I'll have your head. You can't escape. All right, where are you?
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
God Almighty, come no further.
Spilled the blood of those we once called friends. We have all suffered because of this.
Just a
But
few
now,
coins.
now we are offered a chance at redemption. A chance to begin anew. Let us make peace.
Bother someone else.
I know now why I joined our clan. Just to be in your presence is a gift from God. This is what I have learned about Robert's men. They are well prepared for battle. To fight them all at once would be unwise. Better to let them chase you for a while before striking back. But it is disrespectful for me to tell a master how he should behave in combat. Forgive me, master.
My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
Leave now, or I'll make you.
Be wary, friend. The Shaitan is everywhere. Watching, waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong. Strong like Salahadin. Take up arms against our enemies. In whatever way you can.
You've the scent of success about you, brother.
I've learned much about our enemy.
Share your knowledge then. Let us see what can be done with it.
Robert and his Templars walked the city. They've come to pay their respects to Majd-ud-Din. They'll attend his funeral, which means so will I.
What is this that Templars would attend his funeral?
I have yet to divine their true intentions, though I'll have a confession in time. The citizens themselves are divided. Many call for their lives. Still others insist that they are here to parley, to make peace.
Peace?
I told you. The others I've slain have said as much to me.
That would make them our allies. And yet we killed them.
Make no mistake, we are nothing like these men. Though their goal sounds noble, the means by which they'd achieve it are not. At least, that's what Al-Mualim told me.
So what is your plan?
I'll attend the funeral and confront Robert.
The sooner the better. Fortune favor your blade, brother.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
That will cost you your life!
I've done nothing wrong. Please,
That will
can't you
cost
spare
you your
something?
life!
I'm poor and sick and hungry.
What would make
Is he running from someone?
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Now why would he do that? What's he doing? Stop it, please! You're hurting me!
Miss! And the Hothana!
Leave this place.
Won't anyone help me?
Come back now! You have no business here! Leave!
no further.
Filthy heretic!
سمح.
سوف تموت هنا. هل رأى أي أحد المكان الذي ذهب إليه؟
Everywhere! Maybe you haven't noticed this. Already
إنه ينهك نفسه أيها الكافر خذ عليه سوف تموت هنا هل يكن ذلك؟
Seni gözün kapalı bile yer.
تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟
Gel buraya. Peki
ادفع ثمن خطاياك عرفت الأمر على ذلك تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟
Peki farkında değilsin ama hala burada kaynıyor.
تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ الملعون ادفع ثمن خطاياك ماذا حدث ادفع ثمن خطاياك أقطع رأسك جزاء ذلك كبر أنت تتبع طريق الضلال
Kaçman fayda etmez.
لن يكون ذلك عسيرا
Beni yenemeyeceksin.
تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majd-ud-Din. Taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not. For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise.
Amen.
As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. but not today. For since one stands among us, he mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay. Seize him! Bring him forward that God's justice might be done!
Beni yenemeyeceksin. Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim. Gel buraya. Gel buraya. Kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Kaybetmeyin onu. Kovalayın. Gel buraya. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni yenemeyeceksin.
لن يكون ذلك عسيرا.
Death to the heathen! Shield book!
Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim.
You assassin! You'll pay for this! Now you die! You'll be avenged!
Belki farkında değilsin ama hali hazırda kaybettin.
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view of them.
Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni yenemeyeceksin.
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Give up! You've nowhere to run! Stop running! You cannot escape! Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! Yes!
Gel buraya.
You can't escape!
Don't move him! Stay on him!
Come back here! Faster! Faster! Don't let him escape!
After him!
Gel buraya.
I will cut you! He's tiring himself!
Gel buraya.
Stop running! You cannot escape!
Do not let him escape!
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Gel buraya. Kaybetmeyin onu. Gel buraya. Kovalayın. Kovalayın. Kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim. Belki farkında değilsin ama hayatında kaybettin. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim.
I would see your eyes before you die.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery. We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
So he flees.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the treasure, then our men. Control of the Holy Land slipped away. But then he saw an opportunity to reclaim what has been stolen, to turn your victories to our advantage.
Al-Muallim still holds your treasure, and we've routed your army before. Whatever Robert plans, he'll fail again.
Ah, but it's not just Templars you'll contend with now.
Speak sense.
Robert rides for Arsa to plead his case that Saracen and Crusader unite against the Assassins.
That will never happen. They have no reason to.
Had, perhaps. But now you've given them one. 9, in fact. The bodies you've left behind, victims on both sides. You've made the Assassins an enemy in common and ensured the annihilation of your entire order. Well done.
Not 9. 8.
What do you mean?
You are not my target. I will not take your life. You're free to go, but do not follow me.
I don't need to. You're already too late.
We'll see.
Infidel, die! Don't move him! Out of the way! He wants to kill me! Move now or be trampled! Hey, you Al-Murtad! Won't get away from me! Find him! Over here!
Kime böyle yemek istiyorsun? Burada! Belki sefer elimizden ne oyun yemek istiyorsun?
Thief! You are finished!
Kaybetmeyin onu! Açılın!
Kill him! Stop him!
Çekil önümden mutlu ederim!
There's no way out!
They go against the will of God and must be made everywhere they ride. They leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can. The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
It was a trap.
I had heard the funeral turned to chaos. What happened?
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his men. He cannot hope to mount a proper attack. Wait, did you say she?
Yes, it was a woman. Strange, I know. But that's for another time. For now, we must focus on Robert. We may have thinned his ranks, but the man is clever. He goes to plead his case to Richard and Salah ad-Din, to unite them against the common enemy. Against us.
Surely you're mistaken. This makes no sense. These two men would never...
Oh, but they would. And we have ourselves to blame. The men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict. Men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense. And it could work.
Look, brother. Things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us. Important things. You were the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance.
What is he doing?
What is that man thinking?
Get him! Get him! Move! Move! You will not get away from me!
You want something? You look like you need something. You'll find it here.
Please, I've done nothing wrong.
So, you must not trespass here.
Is he running? Is he running?
That man seems to be in a hurry.
That's look.
You'll never get away! I'll get you! Out of the way! You will not get away from me! I'll chase you down! Find out where he went! Found him! Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! Don't let him get away! You cannot run forever! Die here! You'll never get away! You will not get away from me! You can't escape! What is this nonsense? Don't let him escape!
Someone should stop. سوف أعود إليك كبر أنت تتبع طريق الفرار ثمن خطاياك
Kovalayın!
Don't let him escape! Yeah! I'll take you down! Ha! You're a dead man! Keep up with him! Don't let him get away!
Geber
I will
kafir!
catch you! Fight him! You know how much that is!
The Shaitan is everywhere! Watching, waiting! He tempts us always! Be strong! Strong like Salahadin! And take up arms against our enemies in whatever way you can! Push him! There is no reason for doing that.
You're nothing. God has forsaken you.
Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this? Stop this, please. We can do whatever we wish. Don't hurt me, please. We can do whatever we wish.
You are not supposed to be... God save him. He's gone mad. Infidel, die! Filthy, get away from me! Move Move now!
Get out of my way!
Take him down!
When you're out of knives, refill your stock by returning to Messiah or by pickpocketing.
Do not merely hold your blade, become one with it.
What's he doing?
What's got him in such a
He
hurry?
shouldn't be running like that.
What would make someone move so quickly?
What's got him in such a hurry? He's going to hit someone.
When you're out of knives, refill your stock by returning to Messiah.
What's going on?
Kill him! Kill the assassin! assassin! Stop him! Lose him! Please! Assassin! Kill him! Get to the assassin! You have no business here.
You can create diversions with dead bodies. Soldiers will leave their posts to investigate.
Your life ends now.
Death to the infidels!
Bana hataya. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Gel buraya. Allah seni. Bana hataya. Seni yenemeyeceğim. Belki farkında değil ama hali hazırda seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim.
You won't get away from me! How simple.
Seni yenemeyeceksin. Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim.
God favors me. You do enough with. I will end your life. Yes!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Cover! أنت تتبع
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but you won't.
Kime boyun eğmek May God have mercy on your soul. ولكنك لن تنتصر. أيها المرتد. How simple. أيها المرتد. ماهر جدا ولكنك لن تنتصر. أيها الكافر. Peki farkında değil mi? You'll never get away! أيها المرتد! Never mind! Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim. ولكنك لن تنتصر.
Come no further.
Hold a moment. It's words I bring, not steel.
Offering terms of surrender then. It's about time.
You misunderstand. It's Al-Mualim who sends me, not Salah ad-Din.
Assassin! What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it!
You've a traitor in your midst.
And he has hired you to kill me? Come to gloat about it before you strike? I won't be taken so easily!
It's not you I've come to kill. It's him.
Speak then!
that I may judge the truth. Who is this traitor?
Robert de Sable.
My lieutenant!
He aims to betray.
That's not the way he tells it. He seeks revenge against your people for the havoc you've wrought in Acre. And I am inclined to support him. Some of my best men were murdered by some of yours.
It was I who killed them, and for good reason. Hear me out. William of Montferrat. He sought to use his soldiers to take Acre by force. Gagné de Naplouse. He would use his skills to indoctrinate and control any who resisted. Sabrand. He intended to block the ports, preventing your kingdom from providing aid. They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
You knew these men, better than I. Are you truly surprised to learn of their ill intentions?
Is this true?
My liege, it is an assassin that stands before us. These creatures are masters of manipulation. Of course it isn't true.
I've no reason to deceive.
Oh, but you do. You're afraid of what will happen to your little fortress. Can it withstand the combined might of the Saracen and the Crusader army?
My concern is for the people of the Holy Land. If I must sacrifice myself for there to be peace, so be it.
This is a strange place we find ourselves in. Each of you accusing the other.
There really is no time for this. I must be off to meet with Saladin and enlist his aid. The longer we delay, the harder this will become.
Hold a moment, Robert.
Why? What do you intend? Surely you do not believe him?
It is a difficult decision, one I cannot make alone. I must leave it in the hands of one wiser than I.
Thank you.
No, Robert, not you.
Then who?
The Lord. Let this be decided by combat. Surely God will side with the one whose cause is righteous.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
So be it. To arms, assassin! Un assassin, Seigneur, me donnez la grâce! Tuez-le! Mourir! Sois mort! Alors, est-ce que tu y tiens? Je vais Seigneur, pitié de ton âme. Mourir, le diable incarné! Je vais libérer ton âme! Je suis l'épée du Seigneur! Mourir! Erbärmlich! Du magst den Tod nicht wissen, aber du hast bereits verloren! C'est trop facile. Il me fait perdre mon temps. Was ist mit mir, du Narr? Du kannst nicht siegen. Tu n'es pas à la hauteur. Je vais mourir. Puisque tu y tiens, je vais t'achever. Tu me fais perdre mon temps. C'est bien, Duna. Kannst nicht siegen. Tu es prêt. Rends-toi. The time for games is ending. Yeah.
It's done then. Your schemes, like you, are put to rest.
You know nothing of schemes. You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
Oui, master of lies. You and I just 2 more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
Ah, but he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share.
No.
Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
Well fought, assassin. It seems God favors your cause this day.
God had nothing to do with it. I was the better fighter.
Ah, you may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question.
Ask it then.
Why? Why travel all this way? Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man.
He threatened my brothers and what we stand for.
Ah, vengeance then?
No, not vengeance. Justice, that there might be peace.
This is what you fight for? Peace? Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned with.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
Then it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming. Violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
You're kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes, in time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had to.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety and peace be upon you.